Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery Channel. Hundreds, thousands of beautiful islands spread around the world. But perhaps you have never heard of a special island called Christmas Island, also known as Christmas Island. This is a place that is not only famous for its wonderful natural scenery, but also a destination that attracts millions of tourists thanks to an extremely special feature. And if you think that this island is simply a dreamy place, you will be even more surprised to know that it is a crab paradise. That's right, the crabs here are absolutely dominant, with a population of up to tens of millions. They even have their own roads, 2 special bridges to move and perform their reproductive rituals. This scene has become one of the unique features that only Christmas Island has, making this island an interesting destination not to be missed. So, if you love exploring amazing things and want to learn more about this special island, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to always accompany us on our journey to discover wonderful things in the world.
To begin our journey to explore Christmas Island, we need to know a little about the island's special location. Christmas Island is an Australian territory, located in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and although close to Australia, it is much further northwest. The distance from this island to the main Australian territory is more than 1.000 kilometers. However, Christmas Island is closer to Indonesia, only about 400 kilometers from the capital Jakarta. Although the island's area is not large, only about 135 square kilometers, which is only about 1/4 of the area of Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam. That does not reduce the magic of this place. Christmas Island is truly a unique destination with many interesting things waiting for you to discover. The most special thing that people mention when talking about Christmas Island is the crabs. The crabs here are not only abundant but also extremely special. The number of crabs on the island can reach tens of millions. And what makes Christmas Island stand out more than ever is the strange migration phenomenon of this species of crab. From October to December every year, when the rainy season begins, millions of crabs will embark on a great journey to reproduce. More than 50 million crabs will move from the forest to the sea, traveling a distance of 8 kilometers. This migration lasts from 9 to 18 days. And during that time, the crabs will cross roads, bridges, and even residential areas, creating a fascinating sight that is not found anywhere else. The Christmas Island red crab migration is considered one of the most spectacular animal phenomena in the world, organized in a very magical process. This journey is not only a great challenge for the crabs, but also an impressive natural feat. Every breeding season, from October to December, millions of red crabs will begin their great migration from the Christmas Island National Park to the coast. This is an important time in the crabs' lives, when they mate and lay eggs. The process begins when female crabs dig underground burrows to breed. After mating, the female crabs will crawl to the sea to lay eggs, while the male crabs return to the forest. What is special is that these crabs move according to the rhythm of the moon and the tides, proving that they have a close connection with the surrounding nature. Every year, about 50 million red crabs participate in this migration. The migration takes between 9 and 18 days. And although it is only a distance of 8 kilometers, it is a severe challenge for the crabs. They have to move continuously, sometimes through areas full of obstacles such as roads and bridges. The hardship of the journey causes many crabs to die along the way, while the remaining ones suffer from dehydration and fatigue. Imagine a giant herd of crabs, up to 50 million, moving slowly across the island, creating a sea of bright red crabs covering the entire land. The sight is not only impressive but also magically beautiful. The red crab migration has attracted hundreds of thousands of tourists to Christmas Island every year to witness this rare natural spectacle. However, the large number of tourists also causes a big problem for the island's authorities. Vehicles and people moving on the roads can harm the migrating crabs. To protect the red crabs, the local government has taken special measures. Some roads across the island will be closed or restricted to traffic during the peak migration season. In addition, special bridges and tunnels have been built so that the crabs can safely travel across the main roads, avoiding the risk of being run over by vehicles. These roads and bridges are completely designed specifically to serve the red crabs, like VIP guests on the island. Interestingly, the red crabs have the ability to calculate travel time and choose routes very precisely, following the biological rhythm of nature. After laying eggs on the beach, the female crabs will return to the jungle, while the eggs will hatch into millions of larvae in the seawater. This process continues for 5 or 6 consecutive nights, and then the larvae will drift with the current out to sea, continuing their journey of survival. Every year, Christmas Island witnesses a magical natural phenomenon, the migration of red crabs. After hatching, within just 2 to 3 days, a small number of the young crabs will become food for fish. The remaining crabs begin to find their way back to the mainland, following their parents, to make the journey back from the sea to the forest. This process lasts for 3 to 4 years, and when they are adults, they continue to find the sea to reproduce. And so the natural cycle continues every year. But why are red crabs so important on Christmas Island? They are not only a special animal but also play a central role in the island's ecosystem. If they disappear, the animals, plants and people on the island will be seriously affected. However, not everyone loves the presence of red crabs. Every breeding season, they crawl everywhere, from the beach to the houses, climbing up the windows, making the islanders upset. That is why they often close their doors every afternoon to avoid being disturbed by the crabs. So why not catch crabs to make delicious dishes such as steamed crabs or tamarind crabs? Although this crab is not poisonous, its meat is not popular because it does not taste good. Scientists also warn that red crabs can contain toxins. Although according to locals, they are not dangerous, but more importantly, this crab has always been a symbol of life and natural balance on the island. An indispensable part of the lives of the residents here. When it comes to Christmas Island red crabs, locals often smile and say that their meat is nothing special. It's bland and not suitable for eating. Furthermore, although catching red crabs is not prohibited, anyone who has witnessed the unfortunate deaths of crabs on the road will understand why no one wants to touch them. The stench from crushed crab carcasses is truly unbearable. Therefore, instead of bothering them, locals simply close their doors at the end of the year to avoid any impact on the migration of these red crabs. They always remind each other that protecting the genetics of this crab species is more important than anything else. Christmas Island red crabs are inherently docile animals, living mainly on fruits and rotten leaves. They dig natural burrows to avoid sunlight. But the biggest enemy of these crabs is lack of water. If they are not provided with enough water, they will be in danger. Therefore, protecting their habitat is a top priority. Although not a popular dish, red crab is still an indispensable part of Christmas Island life and culture. Visitors can even enjoy a special drink called Red Crab Grab, a carbonated soft drink, named after the crab to differentiate itself. Images of red crab also appear on many signs and shops, although in reality no red crab is served to visitors. For Christmas Islanders, red crab is not only a symbol of luck but also a source of pride. Proving the richness and abundance of nature here, Christmas Island is not only about red crab. There are about 14 other species of land crabs living on the island, including the sand crab and coconut crab, making this place known as the Kingdom of Crabs. However, this island is not only famous for crabs but also home to hundreds of rare bird species. As a result, 2/3 of the island is strictly protected within Australia's national park, helping to preserve these unique animals. Although it doesn't always attract attention, Christmas Island is still a special destination with its pristine nature and rare animals. The name Christmas Island is also associated with a little-known story. This place used to be the site of Australia's nuclear facility in the past, a part of the history that makes this place more interesting and mysterious than ever. In 1950, the British military conducted nuclear weapons testing on Christmas Island, a process that lasted for 6 years. Although the testing has long since ended, its consequences are still present today, and can be felt through traces on the landscape and environment. However, Christmas Island has now become a beautiful wilderness, home to many special animals and an attractive destination for tourists. Visitors coming here can not only admire the phenomenon of red crab migration in the rainy season at the end of the year, but can also participate in many interesting activities. Christmas Island is famous for its pristine beaches, surrounded by beautiful coral reefs and shallow lakes, ideal for swimming and diving. Diving here is an experience not to be missed, when you will admire the abundance of more than 88 species of coral and 600 species of marine fish. In addition to water activities, Christmas Island also offers other unique experiences such as watching outdoor movies at an open-air cinema or playing golf on a special golf course, where players sometimes have to carefully keep their balls to avoid uninvited guests, red crabs. It is truly an interesting experience and unlike anywhere else. In terms of population, as of 2016, Christmas Island has about 2.000 people living. This is a multi-ethnic community, with a mix of Indians, Malays, Chinese and Asian Australians. It is worth noting that, despite the name, Christmas, the main religion on the island is Islam, while about 28% of the population does not follow any religion. The name, Christmas, actually originated in 1643, when British explorer William Miners discovered the island on Christmas Day, and he named the island after that special holiday. Another strange thing about Christmas Island is that, since 1998, no births have taken place on the island. Pregnant mothers have to travel to Australia 1 month in advance to give birth. This strangeness makes the island a unique destination not only because of its nature but also because of the interesting stories surrounding it. With all these special things, Christmas Island is truly a unique territory on this planet, where wild nature, special animals and interesting stories blend together to form a destination not to be missed. Thank you for watching this video on the Thong Tin Do Day channel. If you find it interesting, don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next interesting videos. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.